What's up, Midtown Podcast? Excited to be back with you all this week. Back here with Austin. What's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, how was the week?
Man, it's been great. I cannot complain at all.
All right, one word a week.
One word to describe my week?
Yeah.
Dude.
And you can't use the word you used in take number one.
Yeah, take number one, I said fired up.
That's
And then you said
two
one
words.
word, and then I said fired. And then that didn't make sense, so.
Yeah. Fired is typically a bad word. We could redeem it. But
Yeah. I think this week, one word to describe my week. I don't know why. That's a very hard question. I just want to say, like, it's been great.
Good. Great.
Yeah, it's been a great week.
Great.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I was wanting to say busy, and I hate that word so
Yeah,
much.
dude.
I hate it. But we were talking a little bit about that word. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Who knows what's going to happen. But, yeah, I felt like for me the week, I don't like using the word, man, but it just feels like there's a lot of busyness.
Nonstop.
Yeah, it's like a lot of stuff.
Thing after thing.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Even if I wanted to. It just
Yeah.
feels like it's not stopping. But, yeah.
What do you think, like, just going off that since we talked about it, like, how you like getting through that? Like, what does it look like to just nonstop thing after thing after thing? Like, how does that make you feel?
How does it make me feel?
And what do you do?
Yeah, I have to process a lot of feelings. I'm a
Yeah.
feeling kind of person, you know.
Me too, man.
And some people don't feel a lot. They're very logical in their mind and they're
Must
thinking.
be nice.
Yeah, I can be quite emotional, and when I start feeling the feel of a lot of the stuff, it just feels like a lot, and it starts getting jumbled up in here, and I got to do something different. So, I think I got to do a lot of thinking, and I got to do a lot of work to get out of the feeling of busy. Even if there's a lot of stuff, I don't have to be busy. I don't have to be frantic, and that's the reality of life, you know.
Do you think frantic and busyness kind of like tend to go hand in hand with one another?
Yeah, I think it depends how you define it, man.
Yeah.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
It's a challenging question.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But I don't know. Well, big news, man. Like, family front. Your sister's getting baptized this week. That's kinda cool.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
I know.
That's huge.
It's awesome.
That's huge. She's amazing, man. Her name's Rayleigh. If you're going to be...
What's up, Rayleigh?
This podcast will probably come out after she's baptized. But
That's okay.
she's being baptized in a few days after we record this, and that's massive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
She's my little sister. She's the third youngest of 9 of us.
9.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blessings.
Yeah.
And you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Yeah. 3 blood, 1 half. She's the half.
Yeah.
And then 4 step.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What do you believe for her, man? Like, what do you see in her?
Dude, she's strong, man. She is. Like, she really is. She knows who she is. And she's like, she'll pursue it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's a track star. She just broke the school record for the 200 the other day.
No way.
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
She goes to Halls.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Broke the school record?
Yeah, dude.
Are you fast?
I used to be. I don't know if I still am. But
Could she beat you in a 200?
dude, probably. Right now, probably. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's set it up. I want to see.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
200.
Post baptism race after Midtown on Sunday.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, man. Last night, you know, we told stories, but we went walking the street last night and with a group of us, and we're thinking about maybe moving the church to university campus. Like, that's kind of the talk. We're looking for a viable option if it's a thing. And we went walking down there last night, and a group of us went, and it was just like, it was really good, man.
Yeah.
And I felt the same thing, though. You know, when you're, especially on a university campus, everybody feels the busy and like the pressure of like exam or what's coming or friends or the situation of living, whatever it is. It's just that busy feeling thing that I was kind of in the midst of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're at college to get stuff done for your future, and you're trying to get to your future as fast as possible because you probably don't want to be at school, you know? At least some people do, but
yeah.
What was it like? Like, I guess speak to. We're talking about busyness, putting the church in that busyness. Like, what are your hopes there? What do you hope to see?
I think it's such a full conversation because the scriptures point us to the reality of being busy with the right things,
Yeah.
The verses we were talking about, where was that? Where it was talking about being busy with the things of the Lord, and if you're not, basically you'll be a busybody or something.
Yeah, in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, it says, "For we hear that we are some among you who are idle. They are not busy, but they are busybodies."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think my issue usually comes when I get busy with the wrong things. Or sidetracked. There's all these invitations to think about this, do this, worry about this. And I just think most of the time when I start feeling the burn of busy, it's when I'm consumed with the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Or the wrong thought about the stuff.
Yeah.
And my role in it and my importance in it. And I think that's what I constantly have to get in check and look in the mirror and get around people and just express kind of what we talked about last week, this spirit of heaviness. Like, what do I do about that? I got to talk about it with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I hear myself say it, I'm like, I'm busy, but maybe not as busy as I thought. Or maybe I could process it a little differently.
Yeah. I think we use busy as an excuse often. At least I do. When I'm tired of talking to people. Hey, how you doing? What you been doing? Busy. I don't have the energy for a conversation. Nothing against you. I'm just exhausted right now. But also, I think there's two sides of busyness. We get caught up in the busyness, and we're not actually as busy as we claim we are, like you just said. But then there's also the busyness that maybe you're experiencing right now that can lead to burnout, or possible isolation, or possible whatever. And yeah, I guess my question would be Midtown. What are your hopes with Midtown and coming into the center of the city, which is really cool because Midtown coming to the middle of the town. This is the University of Tennessee, by the way, for those that don't know. What are your hopes with Midtown coming into this place of busy? Yeah. And obviously it's a university, so there's a younger demographic of people, but yeah. I think it's always bringing the light of Jesus into the midst of busy that redeems everything. I don't know how to say that without sounding I don't know. Yeah. But just showing up in the midst of wherever anybody is, and then Jesus meeting you in the busy. Yeah, that's good.
It's what did he do with meeting people in the busy? Yeah. It was like he took their place in life right there, and then it flipped upside down instantly. And it was whoa, I didn't see that coming like that. I didn't see him coming into it like that. I thought maybe he would be an addition to the busy, but he really takes busy and flips it right upside down.
That's what he did with a lot of people in the Gospels. Mm-hmm. Is most of them, he interrupted their busyness. Yeah. And I actually think this is another verse that I read earlier in Haggai. It says, "This is the declaration of the Lord of armies, because my house still lies in ruins while each of you is busy with his own house." And I think, reading that, when we get caught up in busyness, we're so not focused on anyone else, which is already in and of itself against everything that Jesus told us to do. Yeah. To love others more than we love ourselves, And I think, I see Midtown popping up down there, and busyness will be flipped upside down, Yeah. And,
cause I think, Jesus has a lot going on, but I think the word in which I'm using it is the toil of the mind of busy. That's just running, and there's so much stuff. It's packed up. Jesus has a lot going on. Yeah. But think about, he's falling asleep on a boat in the midst of storms. It's just in the midst of busy. He's doing the thing you don't expect him to do. In the midst of crowds, he's noticing a little guy in a tree and being hey, I know it's busy, but I'm not too busy for you. I got to get to your house. And everybody's what?
That reminds me of our conversation with Brad a couple months ago, is living that life of interruption. When the disciples come back from their journey, and Jesus was let's go to a place and rest. That's good. But while they're on their way to rest, Jesus has compassion for these people And then he goes and feeds the 5,000.
Right.
And like the disciples are probably like, bro, what? Like he was even like, let's feed these people. And they're like, where are we going to get food?
Yeah.
You know, like we only have this much. And I think, that busyness, that makes busyness seem like not a bad thing in and of itself. But if we're busy, but in an interruptible way,
it's good.
Then it's not a bad thing, you know?
And I even think about how Jesus views the crowds that are around, and then all of a sudden the children are like this distraction among them. Yeah. And the disciples are like, hey man, like we got a lot of stuff to do. We don't got time for the kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, hold up. Like, and he puts them in front of him, and then he makes like a teaching out of it. And he's like, if we don't stop for these, like this is what it's all about. If you don't come at like this little child, like you can't come at all.
Yeah, that's good.
And
wow,
he's so interruptible, man. And
because as a child, you don't feel busy.
Never.
You are busy a lot of times. Like you're running around like you're not busy.
Like building a fort.
You're building a fort. You'll go until you pass out, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, but you never feel the burden of busyness. So I guess like, that confirms that busyness in and of itself isn't a bad thing. It's when it becomes a self-absorbed busyness.
It's really good.
Like when I use busyness as an excuse to get out of things, or when I use busyness to become something I can isolate myself within.
Yeah. There's probably something to study in that. That'd be a really interesting thing to pursue.
Yeah.
Just like what happens that I have one of these questions that I asked one of my friends one day is like, when did we stop playing?
Yeah.
Like,
how
did that happen?
But I think playing is vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Busyness isn't. You can get lost in busyness. Busyness in and of itself is isolating. It's
kind of admirable here in our culture. It's like admired.
It is, bro. Bro, I was hanging out with some of the people the other day, Sarah Badgett, Jordan, all of them, and they were just like, let's go play in the playground. I'm not even going to lie. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to sit right here and have some conversations with people. But they just went and played on the playground, 25-year-olds. And I'm like, you know? It's a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, no, it's not. Like that's like just playful. Like, just do it, you know? Go have fun.
Yeah.
You know? And enjoy it.
Yeah. So I want it more in my life right now. It's just like the outlets of lighthearted play.
Yeah.
You gotta have that. There's something about shifting things up and just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Or playing, or I don't know, something lighthearted.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, everything doesn't need to be so serious. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it a lot, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of questions because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah. Which is still a good thing.
Just don't. I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, man. I don't know. What do you think? I'm trying to think how to phrase this question. Where do you see, and we've talked about it a little bit, where do you see busyness lived out well in Scripture? We just talked about Jesus living interruptibly. Mm-hmm. Do you see it anywhere else?
Well, I think like I said, I think it depends how you use the word busy.
Yeah.
But if you've got a lot going on, I think it's okay. I think it's how we deal with a lot going on that might be important. And are we inspired? What's the inspiration for a lot going on? I think is the real important thing.
It's good.
Like what's really inspired the move to be a part of blank, blank, or blank?
Yeah.
And then maybe one of my questions is for myself, it's like, I'm in the center of a lot of things, but do I need to be, or do I need to be some bridge for other people to be involved and to carry or to step inside of a gifting? Mm-hmm. Am I trying to become savior? Am I believing too much about myself right now?
That's good.
And I go back into that, and I think that's where I get sideways is I just sometimes think that I'm the answer for the situation a lot. And that's when I realized, and it's taken me a long time to get there, man, but I just realized that I'm not the one. I'm not what it is. I'm just really not. I know the one that it is about, but I'm not the solution to everything.
Yeah. That's good.
Maybe I'm meant to connect people to a solution. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do when maybe in this context, there aren't people to connect.
I think there always is. So I think that might be.
Go out and find them.
I believe that the Lord has placed in your life already what you need for the situation that you're in. Always. There's always enough. You are not in lack.
Huh.
And
that's good.
It's just a matter of, do you see it well? What do you believe about the situation?
That's good.
And yeah, I think I've learned a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Usually it's because I haven't seen the situation well, or haven't seen the people around me well.
Yeah.
And I've got tunnel vision. Tunnel vision will lock you up.
Yeah.
In the busyness of life.
Yeah.
Because you get a one-track mind of how this is going to work, how you're going to do it, and then you can't quite get it done. So there's got to be other solutions, you know?
Yeah. Then you miss everything.
Yeah.
That's good.
And things start dropping around you, and
yeah,
frustrate other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, I mean, we talk about it a lot. That's our culture. Tunnel vision. There's an end goal. It was really interesting because I was reading this like study like a year or two ago, like the difference between Western and Eastern, like way of life. And Western, we have like this goal for each of us to get to the top, whereas Eastern, it's this lifelong pursuit of setting ourselves free from any sort of goal, pretty much, you know, just living in that. And I can't remember exactly where they did the study at, but I feel like I see that in scripture a lot, you know, like setting ourselves free from ever becoming something, you know, and very family oriented, very community oriented, leaning. Whereas I feel like it's far more individualistic over here, which is where we get a lot of what we're talking about from.
Yeah.
It's kind of fed to us.
Yeah. It's interesting dynamics, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting with I went to one of our church partners. His name's Andrew Osakwe. I hope he gets to be on this with us one day. But we were at this event, like fundraiser thing, and he was talking about the realities of community and in our call as like people of God. And he was saying our call is not to tolerate one another. Our call is to be one with one another.
That's good.
And when I see my life in this context of Austin, you being in my life and us being in him is the thing. And I'm not the whole of the story. And separate from you, I'm really not all I was made to be.
Yeah.
And we're not about tolerating one another. We're about oneness in him. And the connection with one another, I think, is, I don't know, man. I think that reality is kind of falls at the wayside for me sometimes. I know I'm thinking a lot today. I'm just thinking through some stuff, and I'm maybe processing out loud what's happening on the inside. But I just want to keep pressing into what it looks like to really depend upon the people around me and admit that and acknowledge the unique giftings that they are. I'd be like, why is this thing landed so much in one person or two or three or four? You know, it's the whole thing.
Huh. Yeah, what you said. I mean, it's exactly what you said, but it's just when Jesus prays, may they all be one as you, Father, are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, may they all be in one, so that they may believe that you sent me.
Yeah.
And may they be in you, as I am in you.
Yeah.
So that they believe that you sent me. So it's like these things are mandatory for people to ever believe that he was real.
Yeah, that's good.
Because if we're walking separately, people aren't going to believe that Jesus was Jesus. People aren't going to believe that he rose from the dead. People aren't going to believe that this is a real thing. People aren't going to believe that he's a supernatural God, because we're walking in division if we aren't walking together.
It's good.
And it's like our ignorance and arrogance of unity in the body is destroying like the image of Jesus to the world, you know?
No.
Well, I think I said that wrong. It's not destroying the image. It's not destroying who Jesus is, but it's destroying their perception of it through people.
Yeah, it's not a reflection of him at all.
It's not a reflection of him at all, no.
And what it struck me a little bit too is like most of my inspiration is to do what I believe is an important call or something that's important for the move of a church or in context of a community of people. And like I'm starting to think, and this is one of the questions I ask myself when I catch it, but I'm like, hey Jay, who told you that was important?
Yeah.
Because if I just look right there and I'm like, if this is what people will know, that's it. Jesus said it. I didn't. It's in the Word of God. And if I just want to believe that, I can. But if I'm believing something else, I have to prove it, man. And who told me?
Yeah.
But if that's the thing that the world will take note of is like the oneness with people, how much of my inspiration is about creating that, seeing that come to fruition, calling that into being. And I'll just be admitting that right now. I'm like, man, I don't know that that's my aim right now.
Yeah.
I want it to be, but I'm like, whoa, I think that just helped me a lot. Because I'm like, what if it's about the whole of the people just being one?
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah. How do you walk that out? Like wanting to want that, but not wanting it.
Yeah, that's good. Wanting it, but not wanting it.
Like you want it, but you just don't want it. Like you want it.
Yeah. Well, I think I have to realize it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think
realization.
I think what we're talking about the past week, talk about it with somebody, process it out.
Yeah.
It's like what we're kind of doing together. And I'm just having a conversation with you that I'm thinking, whoa, I mean, actually that speaks to me a lot. Who told you, Jay, that was important to be busy in that way? Who told you that was important? And I'm like, my motive is shifting as I hear that because I'm thinking through all the situations that are coming. And I'm like, man, if it's really about oneness, like even my tunnel vision of what I'm doing with each situation might shift. If it was more about bringing into the unity of the faith and then walking with others and caring for all these people and bringing others along. I'm like, man, that's an interesting shift.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's really good. I think that's a question we all need to ask is, man, like who told us it was important to be busy with that?
Yeah.
And I'm not advocating to like just stop and do nothing. I don't kind of adhere to that either. But
because laziness isn't good either.
Yeah, to do nothing is not our call, but our call is to be inspired in Him and to move in faith in Him.
What psalm is it where it says is it Psalm 139? He guides our steps. You know what I'm talking about?
I've memorized most of the Bible, but...
You've memorized most of the Bible?
I'm just kidding.
I figured, bro. I don't know, man.
That's good.
Well, this isn't what I was thinking, but this says, search me, God, and know my heart. Lead me in the everlasting way. So, I mean...
Yeah.
All right, Lord. But, yeah, exactly what you said. It's like, may He just guide our steps.
Yeah.
Because,
yeah.
It's that John 3 passage. The Spirit blows with the wind, as is... We know not where it comes from, where it goes, as is everyone that is born of the Spirit. We have no idea where we're going.
Yeah. We're just walking with Him.
Yeah, and if we know where we're going, there might be an issue.
Yeah, probably don't. Maybe the best thing we can say is, I don't know.
Yeah.
One of the things you asked, what does it look like? And I think in context of being busy or something, I don't remember how you asked it, but I was thinking about that. And I'm thinking about how Jesus says no when a lot of people pleasing would feel like you should say yes. And then He says yes when a lot of people would probably say no. And I think that will really help is to say no often and then say yes to some of those things that feel like they're less important.
It's good.
Because there might be more important.
Yeah, that's good.
Ask what? Who told me to be busy with that?
Yeah.
Because the Father's heart was to be busy for Zacchaeus in the midst of a busy crowd. You know, the heart of the Father was to meet the woman at the well in the middle of the day, to be busy for her. Or when the crowd showed up and they all wanted healing and he was really tired, he had compassion on them. You know, I think about like when he says yes and when he says no. It's just so radical to some of my way of thinking.
Yeah.
And if I just listen to him, like, who told me that? I can't often probably say, man, Jesus really inspired me to be busy with that.
Yeah.
When I feel busy, it's often because I have this perception that I need to be busy with it.
Yeah. I catch myself when I'm not busy. I feel like that's where I'm like at a low point, honestly, if I'm not busy.
Yeah.
Because busyness gets me away from it. There's a lot that we neglect in busyness. And there's the other side of it too.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, that's good.
I gotta have my hand to a plow. You know, I really do. Like I'm meant to be moving.
Yeah.
I don't see Jesus just doing nothing.
Right. Right.
That's not his way.
Right.
He's definitely on the move.
Yeah. But not just for himself.
I would dare to say never for himself.
Yeah. Never.
I mean, which is a wild way to live.
Never. Literally never for himself.
Yeah. Even getting away, he knows it's best for all these people. You know.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it's almost like if we're not busy and it's benefiting other people, then it's not a healthy busyness.
Say that again.
If we're busy and it's not for the benefit of other people, then it's not a healthy busyness.
Yeah. Where do we land the plane of busyness? Because I think it's a good conversation, but I think we all feel some level of busyness.
Yeah.
Maybe more than others in seasons. What do you do?
When it's like an unhealthy busy?
Whatever healthy busy means.
Yeah. I think like what we said earlier, what you said was good. It starts with reflection. Like you have to realize it first.
Yeah.
Which there's several ways you can realize it.
How?
I think the biggest one and the most important one is having people around you.
Yeah.
That can see it and call it out. That's the biggest one. And I've seen people a lot. Like we talk about getting isolated in busyness. Like you get so caught up in it that you don't have anyone anymore. No one feels like they can say anything to you. And then it's like, dude, you've gone so far into this that you don't even have anybody around you that feels like they can help you out of it. Mm. So I think that's the biggest caution is like, you know, it might feel good to be busy. Sin feels good sometimes, you know, but it's like,
yeah,
it's not the way.
Yeah.
It's just not like, it's okay to just receive, and it's okay to, not be a success in your own eyes. In fact, it's best if you're not. Yeah. Because that's my main motive to be busy.
Yeah.
Is to become a success in my own eyes.
It's good, man.
What about you? Where would you land it?
Oh, I'm just reflecting.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. I think we need to take serious if I want to take serious what Jesus said, man. That he said if there will be one. That was more than one person. I think about it. And if nobody's even near me, I wonder like how much that word has motivated our busy.
Yeah.
And if that hasn't, if his words haven't motivated my busy, I'm just go back to the same question. Who told you that?
Yeah.
It was important. Who told you that you should be so swamped that, I'll say my own situation. My kid's like, Dad, tomorrow, I'm putting him in bed. He's like, tomorrow, Dad, can you not be on the phone? I'm like,
dang.
My 6-year-old.
Wow. Have people that can call it out.
I mean, you said it. If nobody will do it, your 6-year-old will. You know. But it has me reflecting. So I'm like, man, my 6-year-old son just, Dad, can we just play basketball, man? I'm like, yeah, bud. But sometimes I don't know, man. Like I'm just in the flow of life, and I think part of it too is I don't want to beat myself down or have people beat themselves down in these moments. And this is what I'm learning in parenting. Like, so if you're a parent, it's like I just want to acknowledge to my kids, yeah, man, like sometimes I can get really busy and sidetracked. And I want you to know that I acknowledge that. And hey, tomorrow I've got set aside time and I'm going to move some stuff around because you're important to me. And this is what I want to do because I love you. Yeah. I don't know. That's where I'm at in learning. So that's what we did. And I just set aside the next day in the evening when I got home. I just put my phone down. I made sure I was really present. We just spent time together. But it was a good check for me. You know? Yeah. And I just want to acknowledge those checks quick. Yeah. You know. I just think that's where I am personally, man.
Yeah. That's good.
But I think you said it. Let's have some people around us. I feel like every podcast kind of goes back the same. Like, you got people?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's everything, man.
I've lived a lot of my life with not many people. A lot of people around and not many people. And I don't think that was their fault. I think that was mine.
Yeah. Same.
You know.
Yeah, man.
Let's just go into a new day, man.
Let's just go for it.
Just keep going for it.
Let's keep press into it,
bro. I like that. I just want to go for it. But I want to go for it because he said, man, this is my way. And this is the inspiration. Yeah. So maybe this is the encouragement. Let's ask ourselves, who told you that was important?
It's good.
And who told you it all rides on you? Yeah. And who told you that if you didn't show up, the world is going to end?
It's good.
Who told you you're the only one for the job? And I'm not saying to leave, but I am saying maybe oneness with other people might be an important piece of what actually will make the difference.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
I receive it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm receiving what I'm saying. So good. You know?
Same, man. It's good.
Hope the conversation was a blessing.
Yeah.
I am listening to rambling thoughts of a busy madman right now.
Yeah, man.
But I walk out of this room, like after having a conversation with you, man, like really thinking about, I don't know, I think I told myself some of those things, and I think I heard something different inspiring me.
Yeah, man.
I just want to come back to that.
Yeah. It was a blessing, man. It spoke to me so much, dude. I appreciate it, man.
Same, bud. Glad to be able to be a human next to you.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. And all the humans that are watching this, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Be sure y'all let us know what you want to hear. We're willing to talk about anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
All right. Blessing.